This is Inside the Ring. We are your hosts, Mike and Ray. Ray, how you doing today?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm actually a little tired, but I'm doing great.
Oh, shoot.
On your August the 5th of 2009.
Yes, sir.
And we got an exciting show today, and I think we're going to go ahead and just kick it off with this special announcement that we're going to be putting together for this week, and hopefully next week it would pan out. And that is a lot of people that are subscribed to us, and a lot of people that are just in our friends list have brought up a lot of good points in the last couple of weeks that we did a show on some of the things that we have said, and also just in general some of the things that are happening in the wrestling community. And my buddy here, Ray, has came up with a great idea, and I like it, and I think we should do it. This is how important it is to subscribe to our show. And I'm going to say this again. We said this time and time again, and you could listen to our past shows, that we do have somebody in the WWE that is listening to our show. We cannot name names, but they are using our ideas. They are listening to the show. And take it for what it's worth. Watch the WWE product and see if those changes happen. It's documented that it has happened. So, with that being said, with people that are subscribed to the show, if you compose like an email kind of type thing in our inbox that we would get.
A personal message to our account. Right.
On YouTube, you bring up some good points on whether it be Raw, SmackDown, ECW, Superstars. Let's face it, I don't think anybody's going to be talking about Superstars. But even, on pay-per-views, bring up some good points that maybe you might disagree with or you might agree with. But the thing is, this is an opportunity for you, the fans, as viewers, get to voice your opinion. And like I said before, we have somebody in the WWE that listens to our show. We've talked to them quite a bit, and they want to hear from you. As you can see, Raw is hurting. So with that being said, again, subscribe to the show, because we're only going to take people that are subscribed, not the friends list. We're going to take them off the subscribers list.
We're going to pick a random winner.
Right. Make sure they're valid points, and then we're going to, when you're the winner, we will contact you on when and where, how to get in touch with us, and you will be co-hosting the show for that segment. That's easy enough, right? Did I miss anything?
No, sounds good, man.
All right.
We'll pick only a subscriber. It'll be a random winner. And just put down a note of one show you want to talk about. That would be the one segment that we're going to bring up.
Now, Ray, let me ask you this.
Go for it.
You watch YouTube, and you've seen other shows kind of like ours. Quite frankly, I don't think there's any other shows that are quite like ours. We say it how it is. I think we have the cojones to say it how it is.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say that we're not marks. I mean, there's
not to a full extent, but we are hardcore fans.
I mean, but we are very objective.
Yeah.
And we don't favoritize any kind of wrestler, maybe for exception a couple, only because they're great and they're not getting pushed enough.
Right.
But my question is, let me ask you this. What other shows or wrestling wrestling radio, in that case, do something like this and has posted it on YouTube? Used YouTube as a format for this particular junction here?
There's only a few, but they're not that great. And I'll probably only listen for maybe a minute.
So with that being said, again, one more time, only subscribers, you go ahead and email us through the inbox via YouTube. Bring us some good points, either it be from Raw, SmackDown, ECW, blah, 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 blah. Bring us some good points. We're going to go ahead and we're going to pick the winners, and you will be on the show next week with those views. So, it's that simple. Actually, I can't wait. I mean, you can even go on the show and give us your opinion, and you can even tell us if we suck or not.
Yeah.
I don't care. Bring it. So let's go back. Let's go into Raw. Monday Night Raw last week. If I had a little boo button, I would push the boo button.
Oh, man. How many times do I keep telling you, Mike? Hollywood does not belong on Raw.
You've been telling me week after week after week that you don't really like this whole guest host thing on Raw.
Nope.
I mean, Shaq, I think, was the best
Shaq was the best because the only reason why he was the best is because he is an athlete. And he's the only one who can probably step foot in the ring.
Well, let me ask you this. Could it be, because the way I'm thinking is this, I think it's a great idea, it's just that they just don't know what they have in front of them. I mean, why are they wasting their time with, like, Jeremy Piven? And, I love classic rock, and I love ZZ Top. But they had no business other than promoting their tour and their album.
Right. I have no problems with the people they picked. I think they're all good in what they do. But the problem I have is you can see that when they come to the shows, they don't care about the show. Or and if they do, they only care about it until they get that check. Because Jeremy Piven messed up. ZZ Top messed up. I mean, they're not really proving anything to the fans. They're not really showing 100% commitment because how can they? They're going to come in and they probably rehearsed it for a few hours and we're going through it on live.
Well, they're not used to this type of world.
You know what I mean?
So by no means. I mean,
it's got to be a lot of stress on them to kind of come in, promote their show or their product, and they have to do it as best as they can on something live like this. And it doesn't work out. I can't follow it. I don't like it, man.
I think that this should be a forum for Raw to bring back past wrestlers and to be the host.
Right, like the Sergeant Slaughter thing coming up. I like that idea.
Yeah, I do too. But it just brings me back to when Slaughter and DX days.
Yeah. When
he had his problems with them. You know, I just hope they make it great. They could also have former tag team guys come in and host Raw, like Demolition.
Dude, that would be perfect.
Why don't they have... I mean, look, Hulk Hogan is a free agent. Pay him all kinds of money to host it. Dude, are you kidding me? If you're going to go ahead and announce that Hulk Hogan or Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to host next week's Raw, what do you think the ratings are going to be in?
They're going to be up, dude. You know how many people come to the events dressed up as Hogan?
They're going to be like 4.5, 5.0s all day for both hours. I guarantee you that.
I'm telling you, man. I have friends who don't watch wrestling, all right? When they heard that this guy was going to be on Raw, Jeremy Piven, they were like, what is he doing on there?
Yeah.
They didn't get it. But they didn't care to go watch it either. They're like, that just sounds stupid.
You know, and Dr. Ken, who is a real doctor, you know what? He was funny for the first couple of minutes, but that was it, man. He just... I ain't got nothing for him. He
ruined it. He ruined it.
He kind of did.
I mean, at least Jeremy did some cool stuff. I mean, he did a couple things here and there that I was like, well, okay, that's pretty surprising, but really, I wasn't impressed at all.
Well, let's talk about what Jeremy said, or what he shouldn't have said, and what he actually should have said. Yeah, Summerfest. You know,
Summerfest.
You know, Summerfest. Come on.
That was great. And then John Cena had to correct him.
Oh, you mean SummerSlam?
Ching ching. It was just dumb. I mean, I've been saying it for too long, man.
Well, I hope Vince learned his lesson on that one. I mean,
I hope he didn't lose a lot of money on that one.
Oh, he did.
Maybe he can save that money and start making a new attire for John Cena. Make some new shirts and hats. I'm telling you, man.
Look, you know, like I said, going back, if you use ex-wrestlers or former wrestlers, legends, what have you, you know what? They've been there ever since the first SummerSlam. They're not going to mess that up.
No, they know how it goes. Not only that, you bring back the fans you've lost.
Again, I mean, it's a great idea. They just don't know what they have in front of them and how to handle it. So
it just seems like to me with the Hollywood stuff, they're trying to gain new fans and stuff like that. The fans are always going to be there. It's going to be a new generation of kids growing up. There's always, you know, wrestling is easy to find. I don't think finding new fans is going to be a problem for WWE.
No,
I think
it never has.
The fans. I think it's keeping the fans is the hardest part. And when you bring in Hollywood and you already have enough of this reality TV and all this TMZ and all this stuff all over TV, it's already being washed out. By the time it gets to Raw and SmackDown and all that, it's already done. It's already been done. You know, there's no reason for it to be on wrestling. So I think if you want to keep fans, you got to do classic stuff mixed in with your new stuff.